Progressive overload is a recurring topic in strength training, and many people say that it's essential to improve. But what is it exactly? Why is it so helpful, and how do you apply it? That's what I'll be talking about today. Before we begin, let me make something clear. This video is aimed at beginners who want to improve. I will simplify the concept, give examples, and share practical advice. So if you're already advanced on this topic and looking for highly technical details, this won't cover that level. But feel free to let me know if you'd like me to cover this topic in a future video. With that being said, let's get started. Progressive overload simply means increasing the stress you put on your body over time in order to keep improving. Let's take a practical example. Suppose your goal is to build strength or develop muscle mass and you choose the squat as one of your main exercises. You squat twice a week with each time 4 sets of 8 repetitions with 80 kg, so around 175 pounds. If you never change the weight, the number of sets or reps or any other factor, you'll quickly stop improving. Why? Because progress happens thanks to adaptations in your body. Take hypertrophy, for example. Training causes micro damage into your muscle fibers, and this sends a message to your body that they were not fully prepared to handle the stress they've been put through. So over time and with repetitions, your body reinforces by rebuilding and repairing those muscle fibers to make them stronger and more resilient, allowing them to withstand the stress more easily. But here's the catch. Once your body has adapted to that specific workload, it no longer needs to change. So you stop progressing. The only way to keep improving is to gradually increase the stress you put on your body. And that's progressive overload. Now, how to set it up? Let's go back to our squat example. Let's say you train in 4-week blocks. In week 1, you do your squat with 80 kgs, and then each week you add a small amount of weight, for example 2.5 kgs, so about 5 pounds. That might sound minor, but over the course of 3 increases, week 1 to week 2, to week 3 to week 4, that's 7.5 kgs, so over 15 pounds. That's significant progress in just one block. And once the 4 weeks are done, you reduce the weight a little bit and you start a new training block, either with the same exercise or a variation. It's not wise to endlessly pile up more and more weight. Eventually, the load will be too heavy and your progress will stall. In the same fashion, it's important to properly deal with the overload. Adding 10 kgs or 22 pounds each week is probably not a good idea. Instead, think in cycles. Start with a weight that challenges you without being too easy, finish with a heavier load that you can still control, then reduce the weight and build back up. Also, progressive overload does not have to mean increasing the weight every single week. You can raise it a little bit from week 1 to week 2, hold steady until week 3, and then increase it a little bit more from week 3 to week 4. The goal is steady progress, not rush. Also, make sure you're only overloading on exercises with proper technique, not perfect technique, just good enough so you can make sure you're not getting injured. Otherwise, you're building on shaky foundations. It's also important to know that increasing the weight is not the only way to apply progressive overload. You can also add a couple of repetitions per set, add an extra set per exercise, slightly reduce the rest time while keeping it long enough to properly perform the movements, or add in a tempo or a pause. For example, lower into a squat in a 2 seconds tempo and pause at the bottom in order to improve the time under tension and the control requirements. All of this will progressively increase the stress of your training, keeping your body adapting. And for the final advice, don't forget to include some deload weeks from time to time, especially after a heavy training block or if you're feeling fatigued for any reason. This will help optimize results and reduce the risk of injury. To wrap it up, if you want to keep improving, plan your sessions in advance, apply progressive overload in whichever way makes the most sense for your situation, and don't forget to track the difficulty to ensure you're progressively pushing harder. And most importantly, be patient. Progress takes time. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything else, feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to contact me straight through my social media, the links are in the description. I'll see you next Sunday, and until then, train hard, stay consistent, and never forget, Make yourself proud.